this is a National Children Party instead of National Citizen Party. They sometimes say that this party, the leaders of this party are so much inexperienced, and after getting so much political power, they are doing exaggeration.
Most of them, we are professionals. We are working we have a different experience. And me, myself, I have a 1 decade of my life experience working in the South Asian minority refugee context. We have a doctor, we have a lawyer, we have an experts, and we have a politician from different background. See, 24 hours is a long time in politics. So you have seen that, like,
politics and sudden revolution or uprising, there is a difference. What do you think that your party, NCP, they will gain something greater in the future? Ism Suza Uddin, thank you very much for your time. We know that you are working for a long time on the rights of Rohingya refugees in this country.
Right.
And now you are also working in the political arena of Bangladesh. You are now working with National Citizen Party, NCP, which party is actually led by the student leaders who also lead the last year's mass uprising. Now, how are you enjoying the political field of this country, especially after the mass uprising last year?
Thank you so much, and I think it's an absolute honor. And I feel, rather than saying the enjoying the politics more, I can feel the responsibility from the people, especially the commitment we have given to the mass people who really participated beyond their race, beyond their religions, even beyond their everything, who have participated. So we have a commitment to them, especially the people from Bangladesh. And also, so this is so important. That how
did you feel that after the mass uprising last year, now you have many things to contribute for the greater interest of this country, keeping yourself in the political field?
Yes, I feel that I was always a political. So I work in the South Asian minority and refugee context, especially. I closely work in a border, especially.
Why have you chosen National Citizen Party or NCP?
Because, I have seen the last decade of my life, the South Asian politics and other old settlement politics. So I feel that this is the right place to talk about the right things, and also this is a place for the young generations, where really young generation can express themselves and also make the policy for the future generation.
Some people or critics sometimes mockingly say that this is a National Children Party instead of National Citizen Party. They sometimes say that you are this party, the leaders of this party, so much inexperienced, and after getting so much political power, they are doing exaggeration. What's your comment on this?
I don't know like what they're saying, and I don't want to comment on that. But what I can say, like, when you are saying children, it does mean like you have to be. It does mean like, below 18 is a children according to the constitutions. But most of them, we are professionals. We are working we have a different experience. And me, myself, I have a 1 decade of my life experience working in the South Asian minority refugee context. We have a doctor, we have a lawyer, we have an experts, and we have a politician from different background. So I think
so this is that this is just criticism. People say that, but this young generation have the experience of ousting nearly 16-year-long authoritarian regime. Even the mainstream political parties failed to do that, to oust that regime, but these leaders did that. So in that sense, do you think that
24 hours is a long time in politics. So you have seen that, like, since the 1971, which the people who never able to do something, which is really our young generation, they have done this through the leadership of the young generation. It's not only happening in Bangladesh. You can see that as an example in Syria. You can see the example in Nepal, and also other country. So I think this is an important, what kind of messages, what kind of political, intellectual things we are providing to the people, so that people really connect.
So you are, Shuja, you are also experienced about international politics, because you are also working for a long time on a Rohingya refugee crisis, and now we see that across the whole world there is uprising of the young generation. For example, recently we saw it in case of Nepal.
Right.
So why the young generation rising in the recent years? What's the reason behind this?
I think the frustration is going on for a long time, but this is just an outburst, You have seen the repercussions, like what they have been suffering for a long time. So I think this is the time which is going on in the Asia, and before we have seen that what happened in the Arab Spring and also the other part of the world. So I think this is an extremely high time, where people are connected through the new communication and new media, and they can feel as a connected, they can feel as a part of the globe. They don't feel alienated. If somebody from the Potuakali, he's a closely connected with in African people. So this is extremely high time.
But why the senior politicians fail to do this outburst that you have mentioned? Young generation everywhere, every country, we see that there is outburst from the young generation or Gen Z.
They only listen to reply, not to understand. That was the best thing. So, like this is the line, punchline. They only listen to reply. Then they never try to understand what young generation are talking about. What is the mandate of young generations? How young generations thinking? How we are thinking about the new political settlements. There's the old generation. All the time they talk about what they have done. But the thing is, what is going on, and also the inspiration. In politics, there's the two different. One is inspiration. One is the governance. If you will not able to give the aspirations through the bureaucracy, through the other things, you will not able to fulfill the desire of the people politics.
Okay, Suza, actually the ground reality is that as there was huge frustration among the countrymen, and when the young generation started movement against Sheikh Hasina regime, people wholeheartedly or spontaneously supported, and there was a uprising or revolution, whatever definition. Later maybe it will be fixed whether it was revolution or uprising,
right,
whatever. But my question to you, now you are in politics and sudden revolution or uprising, there is a difference. What do you think that your party, NCP, they will gain something greater in the future, or what's the main challenges?
See, I mean, in the politics, if you want to see the result, it will take time. It will not happen tomorrow. I think I completely agree with you. The revolutions and what others, the movements and the traditional and other making a new political settlement is quite different. We completely understand. But our experience, when we have visited the people, we try to connect with the people who try to say something, and we are trying to really bringing the idea from the grounds. But the people are really willing to share their own experience. People are really accepting us. But we know that still the old settlement, old muscle power and everything still exists, all oligarchs.
Okay,
so that's why we feel that if you're really able to connect to the people, we'll gain. I think though it will take time.
Thank you very much for
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Thank you very much for staying with us. Hope to discuss on other interesting topics in the future. Until then, bye for now.